just last year, you enroll in college in Utah.
Yeah.
You fire up that SoundCloud account. You fire up that Spotify account. How did Never Met happen?
Okay, so I guess story time here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I was listening to a lot of different stuff in like 2019, a lot of stuff on SoundCloud, and obviously I found 100 Gecs like right after their EP came out, and I was like, I'd kind of been making music like adjacent to that already, but it was really cool to see someone outside of like a small account on SoundCloud doing that, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that's pretty cool, and so I started to like kind of make more stuff like that because I was making more like the bedroom pop style before it combined with like the more like hyper pop stuff. And so like late 2019, I was like headed more towards that. Early 2020, I was making like I don't know like glitchy beats and stuff. And I think in February or March, Fraxium they posted on their story because they were reposting people that posted about like Thos Moser, if you know that song, great fucking song. Uh, and Glitchgum had posted about Thos Moser on his story. And I was like, oh, like cool. And so I like clicked the account. I found his song Piano Teacher. And I was like, dang, this is pretty good for having like 30 followers or whatever he had at the time. And so I DM'd him. I'm like, I have this song I'm working on. Do you want to do a verse on it? And he said, sure. I've never done that before, but like, okay. And I was like, all right. And so I sent it to him. And then he sent me back his verse. And I did whatever I did to it, and then we made the little video for it, and I dropped the song.
When you made the song, did you think, oh, this is just another song I'm going to upload to my SoundCloud that's going to get 100 plays? Or were you like, this is the one?
I thought it was in between the 100 plays and like big, because I played it for my family, and they're like, this one's not horrible. Like this one's like fine. And so like, I was like sitting there, and like my siblings were like, yeah, like this could get like maybe like 2,000 plays or something. I'm like, yeah, like okay.
How long did it take before you realized, wait, something's up here? Like these plays are going up.
So I think I uploaded the song on April 1st or something like that. And kind of sad situation here, but if it hadn't have happened, the song wouldn't have blown up. My grandpa passed away from COVID in March of 2020. And
Whoa.
so we did a very small funeral with like just basically our like immediate family, like under my grandpa's, like my cousins, like aunts and uncles and stuff. And while we were there, I don't know, everybody's like depressed because my grandpa died. And we're in the basement of our family's house in Midway, Utah. And I'm like, let's make TikToks because we don't want to feel pain. And I had that song done. It had been out for a couple days. And me and my cousin and my brothers, Travis and Seth, we made a video to it of me just like running around. I was playing like video games. And I was like, I wish we never met, like whatever. And I posted it on TikTok. And I was like, this is my song. Like, whatever. I wasn't trying to promote it or anything. I was trying to make just a video to it, like for fun.
Right.
And then that video started to go up a little bit. So it got like a couple thousand likes or something like that. And I'm like, that doesn't really mean anything. People like the video, maybe not using the sound. And then smaller creators started using the sound. And I got Iguana Alana to use the sound. And I think them using that helped it go up because, like, I don't know, they're instrumental in like a lot of that music getting up, like Pressure when that went up and like Kiss Me and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I think it's all because of them. So yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
How many followers did you have on TikTok at the time?
I think like a couple hundred because I'd post like funny videos sometimes, like nothing like crazy, but like I posted a video about Animal Crossing like when it first came out or something like that, and that got a bunch of likes and I got like followers from that. So maybe that helped me out, but it wasn't like a big amount or anything. I don't know.
So it starts to go viral on TikTok. You're in your dorm room or your apartment in Utah. You have no manager, no record label, no connections to anything. And at what point did you realize, like, oh, wait, this is serious? Like, it's getting millions of plays. Like, how long did that take? Did it take like a month or did it take a couple weeks?
Funny story here. Okay, so it had its first wave on TikTok. It got like 1,000 videos made to it, and then it was kind of stagnant. And I'm like, that's cool. Like it probably had like 40,000 streams on Spotify or something like that. And then I think it got to like 100,000, and I went with my family to Lake Powell in like July, and we had no service there. We were on a boat, like with just my family, and I came back from that trip. It was like July 7th or something like that. And as soon as we got service, my cousin pulls up her phone. She's like, Lil Huddy made a
Oh
video to
my
your song.
God.
And I'm like, oh no. And like a bunch of people had, and I had a bunch of texts from my friends being like, I see your sound everywhere. And the song
Wow.
had gone up like several 100,000 plays in the time I was gone. And that's when I started getting like labels reaching out and stuff like that. But yeah, that's when it hit its second wave. And it was just funny because the entire time it was happening, I had no service or any idea what was going on.
100 Gecs remix Never Met.
Yeah.
And at the time, that was the first song they officially remixed that wasn't theirs. They've had other people remix their songs,
Yeah.
but they remixed your song. It was the first time. I think since then they've remixed the Linkin Park song, and there's a few other things maybe that I don't know if it's public yet. But what was that like? Because Laura Les spit a verse.
Yeah. No, that was so cool. Especially because, like, I don't know, obviously she's referenced in the song and, like, I have that inspiration. And it was a cool, like, full circle moment. And also, a year to the day before the release of the remix was the day that 100 Gex and Brockhampton were performing in Salt Lake. And I couldn't go because I was in the hospital. And so I gave my friend my ticket and I was like, fuck, like I wanted to see 100 Gex. And then a year later to the day, I dropped a remix with them. So,
Literally the same day.
yeah.
Holy shit. See, man, that's why, sometimes you gotta think the stars might have aligned. There might be this thing called fate out there,
Yeah.
like there might be powers greater than us, because that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
No, I
insane.
was like, my friend pointed it out to me and I was like, what? Like, there's no way. But
I remember sending you the remix for the first time because for whatever reason it came into my email first.
yeah,
What was your reaction to the first time hearing it?
me and my roommate were on the couch. And I was like, fuck. And I came in here and like plugged it into my speakers. We're listening to it. And we were just like standing there, like, no way. And at the time, too, the ending was different than it ended up on being on the.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
when that ending came, when we listened to it the first time, we were like looking at each other, we're like, what the fuck? Like, how? But I'm kind of sad that didn't get in there. But like,
Yeah, I don't know why. I forget what the reason, but maybe one day it will be released as a special edition. The ending was just like 5 seconds of chaos.